Now let's start this question. Is high level question you can see here. So let's see. And Google and the other big company are also asking this question. And then let's go through this question. It's count subarray with score less than k. So here you can see in the example, and then here mention a subarray is contiguous sequence of elements within a array. And then here also this also is key point you we need to follow is strictly less than k. Okay. So actually this question is using the slide window, and then we need to find owner sub array which let's name the k. So here now let's go back here. I'm not before we starting this question. Let me actually this question where so many questions before you doing this one. You can see here in the similar question. You can finish this similar question first, and then you go back to here. So I would say this question is very easy. And then, for example, we need to find owner sum of owner sub array with the sum of its elements. Here also a k. For example, k equal to 10. So we need to find owner sub array less than k. Now, for example, here using a slide window, now the window only one element. It's just one. So we know one is less than 10, right? Okay. Now we for let me say the output voice the output first. Now first here is our output 1, 2, 3, and then here we know we sum out the first elements is equal to 2, right? So it's 4. Now we have 4 subarray. Now we select these two elements. We also know the two elements, the 1 plus 1 also less than 10, right? Less than 10. Now if we select all the name, we know here 3, right? So now we have 6 subarray is which is less than 10. So how to get this one? We know this array is uh contiguous, right? So now just I mentioned here, use first one. So your pointer point to here. Okay, only one element. The total subarray you can count one. And now we're expanding the window. Now we know the window have the two elements. Now we just sum up them. Now we got a 2, right? 2 is less than 10. So here we know we just count the length of the window. That's 2. Now here we know the window is still less than k, still less than the limitation. So now we need to expand the window. Now here should be here. So now you can see we just sum up name. So we got a 3. 3 is smaller than 10, right? So now here we just count how many elements in the window. In 3. So now we will got this one 6, right? Before I told you here. Before I told you here, this one is next. We can only one element as window. Here also one element as window. Here also one element as the window. Now we know that one is less than 10. This one also less than 10. This one also less than 10. Now we actually we also can pick these two elements as window, right? Now here two less than 10. Now here also is one more window only contain two elements. Now we also finally we can select all the elements. We know it's 3, right? So actually you just in this way, if we find a current sum is less than k, which is expanding the window, until the sum is greater than k, okay, greater than equal to k, we just stop. So I'm not sure do you know this one? And then now Now we come back to this question is 21435. Now let's go to here. Let me copy this one first. Now here doing the same thing, right? We just follow this permutation. How many elements? We just sum of all the elements first, and then time to the number of elements, and then we got the sum. And the sum, we got the product, right? Product of this sum, these elements, and then we just comparing to k, comparing to the limitation k. Now, before we already know, right? So here, if we just pick this one, it's 2. Okay, maybe I use this color. 1 second. Now let's start it. Now actually we're doing the same thing, right? We have window. The window, okay, 2. We got 2 times to 1. Because the window only one element. 2 times to 1, we got the 2. 2 less than 10, k. Okay, now we just expanding the window. Now the window will become have these 2 elements. Now here, because here 2 elements, we need to do one thing. 1 second, let me use this color. 2 plus 1 times to 2. So we know here is 6, right? So we know 6 is less than 10. So how many elements here? So first, just like we do the 1, because initially we have only one element in the window is 1. Now we, after expanding the window, so now here 2 elements. Now here we add a 2, right? Now, obviously, if we try to expand the window, then we exceed is greater than k, right? So now we actually we need to start here, but our code doesn't know that. So that's why we need to keep expanding. Okay. Now the code no is greater than k. Now we need to stop it. Now if the window is greater than the product of this element greater than the k, now we need to remove the first element. So now here, after we remove this one, let me here. So now here only 2 elements. 1 plus 4, 1 plus 4, we got a 5. 5 times to 2 equal to 10. So we know we still need to narrow the window, because in the question say it should be straightly less than k, right? So now here equal to 10. The k is 10, right? So now we also need to narrow the window. Now here only 4. Now 4 times 1 equal to 4. So here we will say in the window, we need to count the window. How many elements in the window? It's just 1. 1 second. Let me use this. It's 1, right? Now we need to keep expanding the window. We need to find all the possible subarray which less than k. Now obviously, if 4 plus 3 equal to 7, 7 times to 2, because there here 2 elements is 14. 14 is greater than k. So now we need to narrow the window. Now here only 3 here, right? Only 3 in the window. 3 times 1 equal to 10. So here we need to count. We know 3 less than the product of elements, because only 1 element. So if 3 less than 10, so we need to add 1. Now we need to expand the window. Now the window become 3 and 5, right? So now 3 plus 5 equal to 8. 8 times to 2 equal to 16, right? Here 16. 16 less than k. Okay. Now we need to narrow the window. So here finally only 1 5 in the window. So we need to window 5 less than 10. 5 times 1, we got 5. 5 less than k. So now we need to add 1. So we now here we just sum up all the net on the here. So here is what you mean how many sub array with the product less than k, right? So now 1 plus 2, here 3, and the n is 1. So here is 6, right? So now here is 6. Now let's go back to here. You can see it's 6, right? Now let's code it up. Now find in the beginning we had long total, and then finally we need to return total. And we have the none. None means we need to count the number of elements in the subarray, and then we also need to sum product sum. Now product sum should be wrong. Okay, you can understand it's product, right? Product is start from 0. And then we also have 2 pointer because it's slide window. Because I use the slide window. Let me use the for loop. Because we need to go through this array. So now we need to increase by 1. So we know the window have 1 element. Now we also need to product. We need to sum. Here we have product sum. We also have the sum. So why here we have sum? Here you can see we sum up all the elements in the subarray, and then we turn to the number of elements in the subarray. So that's why here's now we need to I. Now we need to get the products, right? Product equal to sum times to number. So now we have while loop. We need to check the j less than I. Make sure that j always less than equal to I, and then we need to check the product is less than a k, or it's greater than. If greater than k, which means we need to narrow the window. So now it's product sum. Sorry, here's product sum. Now we also remove, we subtract the first element, first number. So it's j plus 1. And then we need to recalculate the product sum times to none. And then finally, we have the total, right? Total. So I minus j plus 1. Okay, now we finish this one. Now let's run it. Okay, you can see it's passed on the test case. Okay, even though it's not 100%, I would say it's also a good solution. So now the time capacity is b of n squared, because actually in the worst case should be n squared. The space capacity is b of 1 because I didn't use HR memory here. So thank